because we're setting the form for our reality and the energies that emanate from our thoughts and our patterns and our actions and our creation. And so if we can beautify and create the exact spot where we are, then that is giving reality the most form that it can possibly contain, is beautifying every millisecond, or beautifying every milli-inch, or whatever you want to call it, millicentimeter. I don't know technical words. I just know that things have to be beautiful, things have to have a harmony, and things can't have so many blockades, you know, like
there isn't any. Don't make them into that. I'm going to talk to you seriously right now. You don't have a way of like tuning out the distractions, and that's what you need to do. I'm not saying that you need to go into the middle of Times Square and try to like meditate and reach samadhi. I'm saying that you can take a place with half as many distractions and make it work. You don't want to focus on the negative all the time. We know all the negative. I'm the person with the awareness of the negative. I'm facing things that other people never want to face. However, those negative factors, I don't dwell on them. When I need to meditate and when I need to clean up space or create harmony, I don't focus on those things. I see the order within the chaos, and then I can work with that. But you first need to be able to grasp that. You need to be able to find that without still saying, "Oh, it's just chaos. Ooh, let me." In here, there's really not that much chaos, but you keep bringing out this point, and I'm just saying it doesn't behoove you to be able to solve these problems. That's not the way to do it. You can do it better. I'm just telling you how you can do it better. You're dwelling on like nothing. This is very chill space. There's not much going on, and that's why we simplified it. You're talking as if you're in the middle of Times Square right now, and you're trying to settle your mind, and you're trying to find harmony in it, with all the hustle and bustle and people's hectic behavior and the pollution and stuff, and all the different dangers and collisions that can possibly happen.
Yeah.
But that's not what's going on here. You talk about life as if it's that way, and all I'm saying is you made a good point, but you're not that skillful and positive about making it happen. You're making excuses that it's so much harder, and that you're saying it's somebody else's fault, that there's all these things that are in your way. You are forcing those things to be in your way. They don't need to be looked at as in your way.
So you're saying I just leave? I mean, this is just a temporary space.
No, because wherever you leave, you're going to go to, and it's probably going to be worse than these spaces. And then you'll be like still with the same weakness at approaching it. There's nowhere to leave to find it any better. You've got to deal with it. This space here, or wherever we've been, is good enough. You don't have to leave it and try to find something that's more suitable. It's all in your mind. You need to leave the space in your mind that's hindering you, that's making you lower than what you are. It's your perspective on things. And that's not just about creating harmony in a space out of a mess or chaos. That's about forming your thoughts from chaos. That's about like higher things too. The higher consciousness.
I thought we were going to go for a hike.
I mean, does it have to be like right now?
Yeah.
And then we're going to film when we're hiking, and then just like, why can't you just be in stillness and be where you are for a moment and like think about what I've said? You can't, you're antsy, your feet have to move.
they don't have to move, but I'm aware that they're prepared to move.
Mm-hmm. Well, what did you think about what I said? Because that's the really deep thing.
Well, I think you're right that if I compare sitting here to what it would feel like sitting in Times Square and the unknowing or the unknown all around that doesn't really have its own prediction the way that nature does. I mean, this is so much more peaceful. We have
Mm-hmm.
the wind and the trees.
Mastery is about making it the best that you possibly can wherever you are. That means that you don't need to have physically in front of you your ideal. You don't need that physically, your optimum, perfect, this imaginary creation that you put in your mind, that this is how it has to be, like the fairy tale. You don't need that to get started. And that's what hinders so many people from becoming spiritual or becoming aware on the spiritual path. This is what it is. And I'm trying to explain it to you. It's not that if it was so easy to point it out to you, the people wouldn't have this problem. It's very difficult. So you need to say to yourself, you know what I'm pointing out here. You need to like try to do the work. I know the words, but watch this again and again and again to understand the complexity of what I'm pointing out so I can help you. When you're looking at your life and you're saying, oh, it's all this and that, I can't get to my highest. I can't bring my highest because you're attaching yourself like a barnacle to the things that you don't like about your situation. If I did that, what all these people have their cop-out, their excuses, their feelings that they cannot get off the ground, they cannot go to the higher consciousness. If I did that, would I be doing all the videos that I do? Like say, oh, I can't do it with an iPhone. I can't do it in 2006, that many years ago. I can't do it because my camera's not good enough. I don't have a $1 million movie set like they do on CNN. I don't have funding of people telling me that what I'm doing is right. It doesn't look good. I don't have a three-piece suit that's ironed out and perfectly clean, and it's this year's designer suit. Look at me. This is I didn't even notice. I put this is all messed up. Yeah, but do I worry? Do I dwell on those things? And if you're watching the video and you're dwelling on that, then you don't understand the main point either of getting your life right. You have to start from where you are. And of course it's not going to be perfect. Don't try to perfect the outside before you get to what's inside. Get in touch with what's inside first. Stop dwelling on what's outside and saying, ooh, this is not right. Ooh, this is not perfect. Ooh, this is a clutter. Ooh, this is a mess. So what does that mean? That means that inside of you, you're a mess. You're identifying with what you perceive outside of yourself. So what are you going to do? You're going to run away and go find some temple out in the world that like is perfect and has like 1,000 totally celibate monks and nunks or nuns. They're all scrubbing the place just for you, and when you get there it's like all laid out perfect, and the candle flame burns just exactly how you need it to, and you say, oh wow, I've reached nirvana. Do you think that's the way Buddha did it? Do you
I
think
I want to go join a practicing group or tribe of people that practice nothing but awareness of the elements of nature.
You're not going to find them.
Rhythm,
okay. Wait, you're looking for these people
and
that don't
dance
exist. Why? See, this is again. This is
communication.
I can make a whole other video about this, about how people
Because
look
then we will
look
have
for others
people
when they. If you don't have it in
who
me
do not
at this point,
talk
wow,
over
that's just like a slap in the face, folks. Like how many times I've done spiritual practice and bent over backwards as the master for this person and many others, and if that's not just a slap in the face that you folks just heard, I want to go be with people at a perfect temple. Do you honestly think that exists anywhere? We've been to all those places. Oh, hold on a second. We went to the 1,000 Buddhas and we asked for a little thing just to make life a little bit easier from all their excess. And what did you hear from Mr. Chu? No, we cannot do that. No. That's one of the most elevated, like popularized, like temples in the Western world. And you went there and what did you get? You instantly got a slap in the face, a slap down. And it was like, yeah, you can come here and meditate and buy the expensive vegan food. And what did you get for it?
Do you say yes all the time?
No, I don't. But if there's excess, like what they have, I wouldn't find the ability to say no. But from what I do, I say yes an awful lot of times about things that are necessary. That's not the point. Okay, that's not the point.
My first point to make to you is I've noticed no matter what someone says about the future, you tend to retract the past, and there's always something that you seem to be holding on to that you're projecting towards the other person as though you want them to have a hold on that moment in time too. But if they don't, I don't know, what I experience is just a form of detachment towards you in those moments.
By the way, that stuff that you had there, I didn't have any, and you had what you had, so you're on that. I'm not on anything right now. I just want to let everybody know I'm not on anything right now at all. And what she's saying is valid to discuss in some other way. I think it's off track. I think it's a digression. So I'm going to just, for the sake of the video, I'm going to say again, for the benefit of the people, this spiritual advice. And that is, start from wherever you are. And look at it as being manageable. Accept it kind of in a neutral way. Not as negative, oh, it's a mess. Just accept it as what it is. It's just what it is. And don't dwell on it. Don't say that it needs to be changed. What you need to say is your mindset, your attitude, your perspective needs to change. That's the only thing that you can really control when it comes down to it. That is mastery. Mastery is not about controlling a space, cleaning it, or feng shui, or designing it, or being an artist. That's not mastery, where you need some kind of physical proof. Mastery, the basis of it, is purely spiritual energy in the mind. And having that, because that's eternal. That comes from an invisible, infinite source. That's infinite. Whatever space you go into is finite. There's nothing there to really master. There's just a bunch of stuff. Yeah, you can chop it up and push it around and make it into a cube. And then you look at it and you say, ooh, Zen. It's like one of those Zen gardens. Oh, okay, fine. That's not mastery. That's an extension of mastery. That is what comes after it. But unless you do what I recommended as the foundation, as the first most important thing, unless you do that, there's no sense, there's no reason, there's no benefit for doing the other thing first. You're fooling yourself to start with that. That can never produce results, because you're going to do that and get caught up in the physical things, and then you're going to be trapped in that. And you'll find, I'm warning you, I'm warning everybody out there, when you do that, you'll then be like stuck in that cycle. You'll never get to the root of it, because you'll be tricked into thinking that it's outward. It's outward form. That's where you've made your clear harmony, your perfection. But within, at the highest level where you're coming from, since it's still messed up and still cluttered and you still don't have that mastered, it'll eventually fall all apart. That's what will happen. It'll fall down like a house of cards. I'm not going to change what I said. I'm not going to mishmash it. I'm not going to give in. If you know what I said, you listen to this 100 times if necessary, to understand what I'm explaining. It's serious stuff. And that's why people go around and, you know, I don't get a lot of views on this, you know, because Google and the rest of, there's people inside of this system that watch my stuff and they don't want to promote it. Okay? They'd rather promote the Campbell's soup can mentality, the postmodern soup can now after Warhol did it, and say, this is what we need to sell. Because this is the soup can, and we can do it 3 times, we could do it in multiple colors, and this is what we're promoting. These people come out of college and they get paid their regular salaries, 5, 6-digit salaries, maybe, you know, the owners get 7-digit salaries. And that's what they want to promote. Because that's what they can rely on. But they look at stuff like this is really valuable for you people, priceless, beyond money, and they won't promote it. That's how serious I am about this. Because most of you don't get this. You don't. You refuse to. You don't hear the truth of it. You rather go around and talk about your pumpkin latte spice and rave about that. Like. Okay, you can like it all the way to the grave. And when you're still in samsara and you still have to come back in the cycle and you're lower than ever, just like you are now, and you come back low and you depend on your salaries and you depend on your outward order and you depend on your pumpkin spice latte coming to you just perfectly and you paid for it, if that's what you think life is about, then you're lost and you'll continue to be lost. And I can only rescue you, I can only pull you so much. I can just offer it to you, but if you don't take it, and other people don't allow you to take it, well, if you're watching this right now, who's not allowing you to take it? You're hearing it. You have it directly. You get it. It's incredible. It's nirvana. Hello. You have just been offered enlightenment. If you take what I just said in this video, your life, you will be such high consciousness. You will be Buddha. Just based on this video. You will be Buddha. You're becoming that. How much more do you want? Oh, you want to take a hike now? Okay, let's take a hike. Okay, we can't sit here in the full lotus position. No, we've got to take a hike. All right, folks, we're going to find out what happens next after we get out all the nervous energy. As the gunshots go off. There you go. You're heading right into the gunshots. See, I told you. I told you first.
That's why we're red.
They'll shoot at you. Say, that's a bloody deer. Shoot it.